Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It is Saturday, the 17th of February, and the moon is in Gemini. Early in the morning, 3:45 a.m. here on the east coast of the U.S., Venus met up with Pluto. Venus, the planet associated with our values, with our relationships, with what we love, with what is important to us, is in Aquarius. She moved into Aquarius early Friday morning. And then this morning, she joined up with Pluto. Pluto, the god of the underworld, the planet of death and rebirth. So now, just about everything is in Aquarius. All of the personal planets, save for the moon, of course, which is in Gemini, as I said. But the sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Pluto, all in Aquarius, bringing up all these Aquarian themes. Now, we are going to have a shift this week as the Sun and Mercury will move into Pisces. And then ultimately, they're all going to come together with Saturn, the planet of being held accountable. So, when I was talking yesterday morning and walking about, and talking about how intense the energy was, I was unaware at the time that Alexei Navalny had passed away, or at least that's what they say. There's a good chance that he did. He was always in danger and never really in a good position for living. You know, it's interesting because these things sort of coming up. We're watching, and of course, yesterday, Venus is also has to do with money. And yesterday, or the day before, I don't know, just like through this whole period, Donald Trump was given his sentence, or whatever that is, about how much he owes the state of New York. $363 million. Numbers that most of us would never even imagine exist. Forget about paying. But we are talking about years and years and years of fraud. And as to, well, I'm sure New York State will do what it can to get that money back in whatever way it can. But it's in a way very Aquarian, right? The people finally get their due, and the people who are in quote-unquote power get held accountable. Very Pluto in Aquarius, if you ask me. And of course, with Venus now there, money is a big deal. We also had Tucker Carlson talk to fawn over, I should say, Vladimir Putin, who, I didn't watch the interview, honestly, just 2 seconds, much as I could stand of it. But Vlad looked pretty healthy, looked pretty good, you know. I'm sure it was some sort of weird setup between Putin and Carlson. And then, because it seemed, I think, like a desperate ploy, then Putin sort of threw Carlson under the bus and said, it wasn't really what I expected. He was kind of a lackey, which is interesting, which may seem like power, but seems a little bit more like desperation to me. But these are we're seeing these very strange, perhaps interesting perhaps what planet are we on, really? Situations happening now at the shift. You know, whenever Pluto moves around like this, it's always about issues of power and shifting of who holds the power. And we can see the downfall of Trump, the desperation of Putin, the desperation of what's his name? Carlson, right? And the death of Navalny, the death of opposition to Pluto. And, you know, maybe finally Putin is winning, quote unquote, his special military operation. And part of that is because of what's going on in the House. The House has taken a 12-day vacation because they're under so much stress. They work so hard, doing nothing. So we're in a year where we're going to be voting. Sorry, kind of slipping down the road here. So big changes. The conjunction between Venus and Pluto is about a transformation of values. And in Aquarius is humanitarian values. Israel is poised to attack Rafah. They just attacked a hospital, saying that they found 20 people who were involved in Hamas or whatever. Do you really believe them? Do you believe that they found these people? They lied about the aid organization. They have no proof. The lies are being uncovered, and that will continue to happen. So I think what we can do is live our lives to our best of our abilities. Keep love in our heart. Support those who need support. Speak up when you feel you need to speak up. We do have power. Ultimately, there's way more of us than them. The question is, can we organize that power? The greatest organizing force, the greatest uniting force at our disposal is love. Let's not forget that. So let's love one another, guys. It is freezing out here. I know you're like, of course it's snowing, Dr. Scrubble. It's got to be freezing, right? How freezing? Oh, just 30? Well, I think there's winds. My little pinky is now frozen. Okay, I got to change hands. Gray skies today. Falling snow. For Navalny and his family, and for the people who believed in his cause, we're going to send light and love, and send light and love to all of those who feel like the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. I believe that's in the Bible. Growing up Catholic, I can't be sure. I didn't really do the Bible, but I know my catechism. All right, guys, have yourself a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy this peaceful, snowy morning here. And I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm going to be on Petty Boots on Sunday, if you want to check that out. And on Sunday afternoon, or Sunday... Well, I'm also going to be... I don't know what day it's going to be, but I'm going to be on Susan Lynn Psychic Medium. Psychic Intuitive? Psychic Medium. Sorry, Susan. I'm going to be on her channel as well, so you can check that out. If you haven't checked out her channel, it's she's damn good. She's damn good. You guys probably know her. Anyway, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and namaste.